Well, let's move now to an initiative that would rub off positively on Africa. The Vice President of European Commission for Technological Sovereignty, Security and Democracy, Hina Vekunin, has disclosed that the European Commission will deploy EU technology business offers to partner countries in Africa, Latin America and Asia. She says this is being done because no country or region can lead the technology revolution alone without partners for impactful digital innovations. Hina disclosed this during a high-level session, Digital Public Goods and Global Digital Cooperation, at the ongoing 2025 Internet Governance Forum held in Norway. She said that the EU technology business offer would be done by combining European Union public and private industries through its global gateway, adding that moves are being made to establish new partnerships to enable countries to connect through new digital partnership networks. In the area of artificial intelligence, the Vice President of European Commission for Technological Sovereignty, Security and Democracy advocated that AI should not be left in the hands of a few individuals or be reduced to a test of supremacy among advanced artificial intelligence powers. Well, joining me now for a deeper look into this initiative by the EU, senior IT business analyst Johnny Aikptanyi joins me now to discuss this from Alberta province in Canada. Thank you so much for joining us at this time.
Yes.
Now, the EU wants partnership. The EU wants partnership with other continents, including Africa, in technology development. Now, do you really see African nations being set to embrace the EU's initiative?
Of course, because right now we're in a tech world. So I know there's still a lot of work. We're developing a continent, so there's a lot of work to be done. But having said that, we're not there yet, but I know we are getting closer. So I can see it, I can feel it. So, but the issue of the aid, I know you were talking about Asia or Latin America, but for the sake of this interview, let's just use Africa as a case study. You know, so when EU said they want to give aid, so because I'm always very concerned about aid, that's for me. So primarily, those aid will come in form of maybe infrastructural development, digital skills training, maybe tax tech, startup, and regulatory support. But then it can have its positive and negative side, right? So the benefit that you talk now, maybe they're giving us infrastructural development, which we actually need in Africa. But I also know that the African government should be investing more in this. So instead of us waiting for aid, can as well improve our internet connectivity, maybe mobile services and cloud services. But the areas that we might need them, so like those submarine cables that they actually use. So I think they have more hands, and they have upper hands in doing that. So maybe those are the areas that the African continent can concentrate on, and those satellite internet expansion to rural access, right? Like my place, Ovia Federal Constituency. So we have so many, rural access there. So if we have internet expansion going to those areas, that will do a great job. And there's going to be job creation and skills development as well. So if they are going to bring those aid, but why there are job creations, like I said, there are pros and cons to this, So those digital, maybe the economic digital task force or literacy and vocational studies that they'll be introducing, of course, they'll build a skilled tech workforce and help reduce unemployment. Take, for example, what they're currently doing in India. I'm currently in Canada, but I know so well that in Canada and in the US, most of their customer services have been moved to India. Okay, so who are the people working? If you call any big corporations in the US or Canada today, the person that is going to respond to you, of course, is going to be an Indian accent. Why? Because the customer services, of course, some of the locals don't even know. Right. So because internet, tech world is global, but they moved it. Why? Because of reduced labor. But even if they are looking at maximizing their profits, these big corporations, they're actually creating employment in India. So that's why you see that the economy is growing. So that's why our government should look inward, right? Okay. So I know they can also bring support for innovations and startup, maybe, they can give us grants and loans but they should ensure, especially African Union, that all loans should be given with low interest and low APR, right? Just to foster local entrepreneurs. Yeah.
All right, just hold your thoughts there now. We need to go on a quick break, and when we return, we'll have several of these discussions. We'll continue this discussion right after the break. In the world now on TVC News, of course, we're still talking about the EU initiative for IT. And we have a senior IT business analyst, Johnny Aikptanyi, joining us via Zoom from the Alberta province of Canada. Now, what's in your own view are the reasons for the drawbacks in Africa's technological development, and what do you think can be done to achieve better results?
So the truth is that improved governance, right, and e-government will reduce corruption. That is going to drastically reduce corruption. So, and me and you will agree that corruption is one of the biggest issues that we're having in Africa right now. So once we implement those digital public services, of course, it's going to increase transparency, right? And it's going to reduce the corruption and better citizens' access to government. But I'm sure that's one of the reasons government are not doing that. However, even if we invest in tech, it's going to increase our IGR, the internal generated revenue. So for government not to be, I think some of the areas, maybe I don't want to mention, but I know of a state that I think the governor was really taking, this initiative to a higher level, and there were so many implementations that he did that I think the people of the states, they are benefiting from it, except maybe the new government that just came in and trying to, standardize because they don't understand what tech can do in an economy. So if we embrace this, then the National Assembly, the State Assembly, we should always make laws, right, to govern this, to protect these policies that will help increase this and even invest in it. So that's what we should be doing, because investing in tech is like investing in human development. So it's going to help the economy. It's going to drive the economy. And that is what is driving the Western economy. And if we really want to drive our economy further, is to have a very robust middle class. So, and if we find out that this tech has actually helped the Western world to have a robust middle class. And when you have a robust middle class, then your economy tends to be more stable. Not the one we have in Africa right now, whereby you can just differentiate the rich from the poor. And the rich is just like 1%. So meaning the poor is 99%. Why? Because there's no middle class.
All right, so in all of this now, we have seen countries with advanced technology set their stage early. Do you think that the African educational system is heading in this direction as well? But they have woken up to the Catch Them Young syndrome and strategy, which ensures multi-dimensional expertise.
So that one is because I don't have the data, I don't have the statistics in front of me to prove that the African continent were catching up with investing in tech, because you can see, like if I ask you now, when I went to school in Nigeria precisely, it was still the 6334 system. So those systems has been sometimes even in existence before me and you and all that. So sometimes you see that people, they don't revisit to see do a survey. Is it really helping us? Or do we branch into more, entrepreneurial stuff or apprenticeship, and what other programs can we, bring on board to include into our educational system? I'm not seeing all of that. So there are schools, I don't want to mention the school, but they have computer science department, and then you find out that they have just 2 computers. So what are you telling me? So, but I know the last government in the state where I'm from did a lot of innovation, especially in tech, in education, agro-tech and fintech, even to drive the state IGRO. I wish those things will remain, because those are what we need. A model. We need somebody to come up with a model. Then every other state begin to emulate, right? It's just what they do here. It's copy and paste. If you go to Walmart today in Alberta, that's the same Walmart in Ontario. That's the same Walmart store you see in Texas, in the US. So it's just copy and paste. You don't need to do much, right? What you need to do is just to beautify and add some some few stuff to it, just to make sure that the locals can still feel it when they go to your investment or your place.
All right, business analyst, senior IT business analyst Johnny Aikptanyi. I hope I pronounced it okay.
Yeah, Aikptanyi, yes.
Okay.
Johnny Aikptanyi.
Johnny Aikptanyi, thank you.
Nice,
thank you very much for staying with us. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.